Well, I guess she quit. That's the bummer. How very 2019 of her. You're pointing to the back. She's walking up the middle. Oh, there she is! The panel's over, but I'm kidding. Wow. Chad, DJ, and Sam, have at it.
I'm gonna get you back for that 1877 Cars for Kids thing.
Yeah, can we talk about that for a minute, gentlemen? I mean, Cars for Kids.
It's in your head all day long when you do that.
Holy shit. We're back there going, are they really playing Cars for Kids right now?
They started doing it at all the shows, though, and it's a day record. Guys, what a reunion we're having this weekend. I
Is this the first?
Yeah.
No.
The first one was probably at 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Who was it?
Tim.
Yeah. We're like the third or fourth panel.
But I think we're the first multiple person panel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. It's about damn time, right? So this is a reschedule from 3 years ago? From 3 years ago. What happened?
Like, whole lot of life.
Nothing. It's 2019. 2020 never happened.
It was. My neck looked much different in 2019, and I'm trying to get it back there. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to cry.
Sorry, actually. Yeah, together. First time.
That's right.
Hi.
You and I have done a panel together, and you and I have done a
You guys
panel
did a panel
together.
together.
But we've never done it all together.
Nope. Nope.
Well, this is the first time.
It's a history.
Yeah.
What's up, San Fran? Everybody had their caffeine?
Right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yeah, that's us.
So I have a video of us.
We are cool.
Well, that's new.
It's like watching yourself on Zoom. I don't like
This is why I don't watch Supernatural. Because I can't look at myself. Well, I'm just doing this because I'm so shiny. I don't want to look at that. Oh, you know what? Look.
Because we'll kind of be forced to look at it, right? Like, I found myself just staring at us, getting all
Dude, like, celebrities that make sex tapes, I'm like, I can't even watch myself eat. How can you do that? But that's much better.
Just so you know, I am going to drive the camera guy back there nuts. I can't sit. I'm not a sitter.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
You can get up, sit down.
Right.
There's huge options.
I'll let you get in there. I feel like we should just start with the questions, right? Because we always run out of time.
But I have an announcement to make, just so it's announced.
Yeah.
So guys, tonight, karaoke, right? Karaoke? It's right? I think actually Matt's gonna be here, right? Going? Matt hasn't been karaoke in years. It's still my show. But it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited about these costumes. Cover costumes going, really anything. It's retro. It could be what you wore yesterday. So we want to make this very easy, but this is my most elaborate costume to date, and I'm very excited about it. So please come. It's the only event this weekend. It's about you. We back up sing everything you want to sing. So I think they're still signing up. Are they still signing up? I think they're done. Oh, you missed out. But it's the most fun, I think it's the most fun thing of the weekend. It's the most interactive, and it really is about you. So please come out and hang out with us and have a good time.
Did you say it was an 80s theme?
No, it's retro. It's
retro.
It's anything other than today.
Got it. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Easy, easy. That's right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Already there. I did not realize it.
Oh, I got a new tattoo. You want to see my tattoo? Yeah. I got it on Father's Day, so I went up and hung out with Ty Olsen, my best friend. my Father's Day, I know. I'll be in my underwear today. So I went out and hung out with Ty, and his daughters are now adults. I knew them when they were like this tall. Children grow up. And they were like, let's go get tattoos. And we did. And look what I got. A little skull. Nice.
Is that your first?
Yeah. My friend did this. So the person who did it, you can't see, it's very small. Come to my table and I'll show it to you. They don't get a lot of things. So the person that gave it to me was a server at my local pub in Vancouver when I lived there. And like in 2015, we had a conversation about what we want to do when we grow up. And she said she wanted to be a tattooer. And now she left the bar and apprenticed, and now she's a tattooer. She's really talented. And also, being tattooed by a woman is so much better than being tattooed by a man. That's how hair is different. And also, like, the wiping is the thing that hurts the most, right? She's like, okay, this is going to be a little rough for a minute. It prepares you for it, like pilots should do when there's turbulence, but they don't. But anyway, it was awesome. I got it. It's something I'll remember my whole life. I love tattoos. When you get one, you want 6 more. Now, this is my third, but you always forget. And now, like, I'm already thinking about the next idea, and I want her to give it to me. Anyway. Yeah.
That would be novel.
Hey y'all, Incubator bottle of ink, corn fell off the new steak. It's you. Alright, did that do that growing up? Hi. That must be a southern thing. Yeah, it's a city thing.
Hi guys, I'm Heather.
Hi Heather.
All 3 of you. In fact, I worked with you, Sam, on Con many years ago, and you are a delight, so thank you for that.
She is a delight.
She is. So my question is for DJ. I am a huge fan of the show Legit.
Oh, it's my favorite thing I ever did, other than this. I cried for 2 days when it got canceled. I took D-Nation because it got canceled. I didn't read the script. I was like, I saw over here mourning this, and so I signed on to a 5-year deal because I was so sad about it. Thank you.
I was also very sad, but I wanted to know, on a happy note, what was your best experience on that show?
Well, so usually when you do a show, obviously there's a script attached to it, and like half-hour comedies, the scripts are like, between 35 and 40 pages. Our scripts were 12 pages long. They were basically the framework and jokes that we had to hit. We rehearsed the whole day in the morning like a play, and then we got to, there were only 3 people on that show with like 2 guest stars, right? So it was the freedom. It's the worst I ever got paid. I had to go to my mortgage both seasons. My savings paid my mortgage. I did not care. I'd still be doing it now if I could. It was such a labor of love. And critically acclaimed, the New York Times wrote a love letter to me about saying I wouldn't be nominated for an Emmy, but I should be. It was also the most critical acclaim I've ever had. And it was canceled because our showrunner was college roommates with John Landgraf, president of FX. And there was a woman in contention, and apparently our showrunner says he bowed out to let John get the girl. And so all these years later, they're in their 60s, and he's still bringing this up to him. And so John wanted to show our showrunner who was the boss and canceled us. Oh my God. And it came out of the blue. Our ratings were fine. Actually, before we were canceled, we were moved to FXX, which is a channel that was right between Forbes HD and like a soccer channel you never heard of that you couldn't flip past. So he sent us to Siberia. And we got the axe. And it was literally, it hurt so bad that I thought about leaving entertainment. I was like, I don't want to do this ever again. But then you get over stuff, right? And now you're here.
Oh, we love
now
you.
we're here. Thank you. But thank you for loving it, 'cause I love it so much too.
Hello. What's your name?
Ava.
Hi, Ava.
Hi, Ava.
Nice to meet you. So it's season 16 of Supernatural. What is your character doing in heaven?
Wait.
I'm alive. I think Garth and his wife moved to Pasadena and opened up a bed and breakfast. For werewolves.
Mary's doing the same thing she did on Earth. It's just like making everyone do things right. I'll do it.
Ash is running the entire show. roadhouse holding it down. Somebody's gotta work. And it's Ash. So he's running everything, and that's what's going on. Cheers. He's got it, because everybody else is doing all this stuff, right? Ash has to keep the foundation level.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Chad. Sam.
Hi.
Chad, you sent me a message the other day that you made me cry.
Oh, tell me about it. On what?
You said, Cindy, big hug, Melissa, you are strong as hell, and will take this tanker in the ass. You find yourself on the
That's right. You're gonna kick that cancer in the ass, baby.
DJ actually did a karaoke a few years ago, and it was for my friends because they didn't know where they were from cancer, and you were like, you took a breakers from the Matrix, and I was like, oh my God, you did breakers.
I did a reference from the Matrix and a cameo. See, usually my cameos are like 20 minutes long. Like, I folded my laundry on cameo before. I'm not joking. Like, I'm like, I have 5 things to do. Cameos send you messages, say this, spend 30 seconds and make somebody's day, and I'm like, they're like an hour. Like, you have to edit together a birthday message for my cameo. Because I'm like, well, you're here and I'm here. I have nothing to do except fold this laundry. I'm like, look how small these underwear are. And
I said, let them know they get dark, and you were trying to say it like you would, but then you were like, oh no, I'm channeling deep.
oh yeah, oh, I remember that. I remember that channeling baby. Yeah.
You were afraid we saw something on your dress.
Oh, that's right. I was. Oh, well, we were in my bedroom, and I did a sweep of the room, and so I went back and I was like, well, let me just see if there was anything on the nightstand. And I was like, nope, good. Yeah, I remember that. I totally remember that. That's why I try never to do things in my bedroom. Cameo things in my bedroom. I'm not going to tell you something that happened at my birthday. I did it first, and I'm not going to tell it here. It's about my bedroom.
Thank you guys so much.
We love you.
We love you.
But you know what? It goes both ways. It does.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It really does. So thank you. Love you.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hello.
So, like everyone else here, I'm really obsessed with the show. And Garth is one of my favorite characters, so I named my car after him.
Your car? Oh, that's so awesome. Somebody else named a bearded dragon after Garth. It was really cool.
So my question was that if you guys have, what's the name of your car? And if you haven't, what would you name it?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I have a 2001 car that only has 62,000 miles on it, and it's starting to show some age. It probably would be a Myrtle. Something that you love, but you know, probably needs a little zhuzh. I hope there's no Myrtles here. Myrtle, you're eternal young if you're here. I do love this car, so mine probably would be Myrtle. What's your car's name? Yeah.
I had to name mine in my car's app, like I can log it and unlock it and stuff on my phone. And I just named it Ghost. Because it's white.
Deep.
I'm like a 3-year-old. I wouldn't want to name your cat. Cat. We have two sweet little girls that live next door. One is 4 and one is 7. And okay, this is going to be a little window into weirdo. So, how about the kids? We have maple trees all over, and we have maple tree volunteers growing all over the place. If I let them go, we would live in a maple orchard. So I dig them out. And
What's a maple volunteer?
Sprout. They come down, they try to grow.
I've never heard of that before my whole life. You just threw that out there like somebody who lives in the country now. And those of us who live in cities have no idea. I've never heard that before.
I only accept violet volunteers. All the rest of the volunteers I have to pull. Mostly they're weeds.
Okay.
But sometimes like we have black-eyed Susans and all kinds of things, and they volunteer all over the place, like usually in the middle of the walkway. I'm like, dude, you're a 3-foot-high flower, you can't live in the walkway. Sorry. Wow. But we had these 2 maple trees that really wanted to live, so I was like, I'm so sorry I have to keep you out. We can't live here, but I promise I will find you a new home together. So the little girl comes from next door, Betsy, she's 4, and I was like, do you want to help me? And she said yes. So we picked a spot, so they were far enough apart. I said, do you want to name them? And she said yes. Treaty and Leafy. Back to my name in my car. So, I'm not unimaginative, I'm just 4.
Our Treaty and Leafy still alive.
Super dead. Like everyone.
It's a little sad though, isn't it? Yeah.
They went to live on a farm.
And her they should know how fast trees grow. Just point to a big tree and you're like, look what they've done to them. I mean, yeah. It moved somewhere else. They didn't like it over there. Yeah.
So the question is, what is the name of our car? What was named our car? I have a Dodge Challenger, and I named it the Silver Bitch.
The what?
The Silver Bitch. But you gotta give it like a little bit of a bitch. Like, yeah. No, the Silver Bitch. Yeah. And that's it? Yeah. Cheers.
It's tonal, like Chinese.
Yeah.
It's totally different. I love it.
Those are all very good names.
Thank you.
What, do you have a car? Do you have a car? What's his name?
Garth.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it is. By the way, this always happens. You'll ask me something, I'll answer 30% of it, tell you something that's unrelated, and move on to you. And then ask the question back. Oh, I love being alive. Thank you. That's cool.
My name is Sheila. It's the first time I've ever had a con, so this is awesome. All 3 of you are amazing. I think you guys did great in your job. So thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
a great show. Quick question for DJ though. When you were coming up with the whole Mr. Fizzles thing, what happened to you? Did you make that voice yourself and they wrote it?
So I actually own Mr. Fizzles because of the voice. When I was shooting, I think I was shooting The New Guy. I can't remember what I was filming a movie. Hey guys, so I was filming a movie and I was home on break to Nashville and a puppy mill had gotten busted. And so all these chihuahuas were taken, like hundreds of them. And so we need donations and a lot of these animals are messed up, they're inbred. And so I went in just to give some money and this little dog about the size of a Coke can sort of came over with this giant head that he couldn't pick up, and he laid it right on my knee, and I picked it up, put it in my palm, and he turned it right in my face, and then sort of came up my leg, and we thought this dog was completely non-responsive. And so I was like, what's wrong with him? He was born with hydrocephalus, too much water in his brain, and he needs like a $2,000 surgery, and he would only live to be 2 years anyway, so he's probably gonna get the whatever. And so I'm like, damn it. So then I go back to Austin and can't stop thinking about this dog. And then one day I just woke up and I was like, don't kill the dog with the big head. So I went back and got him. I put a shot in his brain, $2,000 surgery.
Oh,
He said he would die before he was 2. This motherfucker pissed on my belongings for 10 years. And that voice is the only voice he would respond to. And so that was the voice, and since it was like talking to a little girl who was scared, I used the voice I talked to my dog with. So when George died, like right after that episode aired, and the day before Christmas, the producers sent me Mr. Fizzles, the real one. So it was really cool. It was a really, thank you for asking me that. Yeah.
I like to talk to my husband with the voice, you know, like do it to
Yeah.
and he's like,
The thing is, I'm now getting almost too old to do it, and so when I smoked myself out of it, and now that I've stopped smoking, it's coming back. I stopped smoking in 2018. Hold on a second. I'm Mr. Fizzles!
I am gonna want to see your tattoo because I have a bunch myself. I have 29 right now.
All right, well, come to my table and close that. Thank you.
Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Leah.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, I want to say I love all of you and your characters, and thank you so much for bringing them to life for us. It means a lot, right?
Thank you so much.
And I'm always interested in the process, so I was wondering, where did you get the inspiration for your interpretation of your characters? And is there some of you in them or them in you?
Well, you're on the show the most. You're the senior statesman here, and not in age, but certainly in beauty. But you can go first. I lost my drink.
So my character went through such a vast arc. When I started in the pilot, it was just this sort of like canonized, perfect mom, like, oh, you know. And then it became all these different things over time until she became an actual fully realized human. So I had to pull different things along the way, right? And ultimately, Mary is very different from me, but there are parts of me that inhabited her, and there's definitely a lot of Mary that's still missing. To my betterment. We were equally confused. Especially when she came back to life. I felt like I was chasing it, because as soon as I felt like I got a handle on where she now was in this new life, it would evolve and change. Which is sort of like what happens to us, and we just don't either go along with it or we don't realize it's happening. But this was happening like on an 8-day cycle of every new episode. And it was sort of like being hit in the face with a fire as you're just like trying to catch up. And it was a really interesting process for me to remain like grounded on the outside and the inside. But I also copied a lot of Dean. So there was a lot of, I tried to do like, you know how genetics, like you'll look and your kid's standing the same way you stand? Or something and you're like, did they learn that? Is it genetic? Right. I think sometimes it's both, right? You hear about twins separated at birth and they have the same car and they have the same haircut or whatever. And so I would watch Jensen and I'd be like, so apparently now I have some of Jensen's character. Transfer. But there was a lot right there in the page for me to sort of map out and follow. And then the people I got to work with, if you just are present, the story is there, and you don't have to always think about what it's going to be. You just let it come out and filter your character. it surprises you sometimes as an actor. You're like, damn, I didn't know that was going to happen. Right? So, it's a real combination for me. Did you forget the question?
You go next, I can remember the question. Oh, our characters.
How much of the characters and you
Perfect. I'm back. I'm back. So answer next. Me?
Do you want what?
Yeah.
Are you still thinking? I'll take it since you're still processing.
I'm processing. I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about you mimicking Jensen. And I went to that place.
Right.
Okay, and I was there imagining what that would look like. And now we're here.
I did not mimic Jensen. Sometimes you know right away with the character, and I knew immediately upon reading the sides of the audition that I was going to get this. And usually about all of those intuitions are typically right. I think as an actor you have to pay attention to those. I knew. And the funny way that I got the part was I knew that Ash had to be big going in. And it was a full house. It was a full house of dudes. And so I wore a sleeveless flannel. And I walked in, and Eric Kripke was there, and everybody was there. There was a full room of producers, and come. And so they said, whenever you're ready. So I said, thank you. And I turned around, and I unbuttoned my shirt all the way. And then I just started the dialogue, and I just whipped my shirt wide open like this, bare-chested and everything, and they all lost it, and I got the part later that night. The mullet does all the work, truly. It really does. So there wasn't much of. I didn't have to guess, I didn't have to do a lot of work. I just kind of knew it right away. And then you get on set and you get to meet your co-stars. And and how much of, I always feel like there's always a little bit of us in our characters because it is us to an extent, we're the instrument. You find a way to kind of identify with the character. And then you have to sort of create other avenues and nuances, but again, the mullet did everything. Cheers.
The source of your power.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Even Samson.
Samson.
Samson. I'm sorry.
He lost all his power.
Oh, I got you.
So for me, Garth actually was written for me, or with me in mind, certainly. And so it was the idea of who I am, right? So they called and asked me to do it, and I wound up doing it. And then I met Adam Glass, who wrote Garth so beautifully, and he and I became friends. And he we started toying with the idea that that you can be soft-spoken and still be in charge of things, that you don't have to always be gruff and big and muscular to take care of things and get the job done. And so that's sort of where we wound up with Garth at the very end. But the writers, they wrote these characters so beautifully, and it was fun to do. And you were allowed to find things and go back. And working with Jared and Jensen, you sort of take the lead from them because they're like this. Oh, let's do it again. Let's try it again. Oh, you think it was better when? Oh, yeah. So they I felt led there. But yeah, like what Chad said though, these characters are everything we do is inherently us. You know what makes me crazy is when an actor does something that's away from what they usually do, and people are like, I never knew he could do that. It makes me so mad. Because how would you know what this actor is completely capable of, or what anybody's completely capable of? I think we sort of have to do that in society. We have to look at somebody because you're the dumb jock, you're the nerdy this, you're the that. It's a problem. And I won't stand for it. So that's that.
Okay. You were going to uncover this for a second.
No. Oh, were you taking your hair? No. It was good. Oh, Olympus. I thought you pulled my jacket up to check your hair. I'm like, did you just look at my glasses?
Listen, it's not like I wouldn't.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Cheers.
My name is Grace. I just want to say, normally my big brother puts up such a stink whenever I watch Supernatural, but if Garth is on, he loves Garth so much.
Yeah.
So my brother Ben says hi. Anyway, so my question is actually about Garth. So one of the most amusing things I find about Supernatural is the fact that he named his child Castiel, and I think remembering they don't have as many significant interactions as opposed to like Dean and Garth.
Yeah.
And also part of that he's literally under mind control. So I'm just curious, like, what you think Castiel did that was so impactful in Garth that he was like, maybe my child was Castiel.
I think it was played purely for comedy, right? Because like Dean is always giving Garth the business. So I think it was just a little bit of that. But also, I actually know 3 children who are not connected to me. I mean, who are connected to me somehow, or not my own children, obviously, or not my nieces and nephews, who are named Castiel. That's a whole thing. A lot of children are being named Castiel. It's become a trend. Have you heard of this? Like a lot of kids in real life, not people taking the name, are being named that, Castiel. I meet them more and more at more of these shows that I do. Like, I did a show in Amarillo and met a woman that brought her kid up and said that his name was Castiel. It's a thing. Yeah, but that was just played strictly for comedy. And that episode, it was A Hero's Journey. It was about giving, was it Hero's Journey? Yeah, it was, I think. It was about giving the boys a little bit of their own back. Their luck was running out. I mean, you can only look like that and black and be perfect for so long, and so the world has to do this. And so that's what the episode was like about for them. And the writers.
Did you have to do dentistry on him?
I think so. I think that was the episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam had 17 cavities. Oh, Dean had 17 cavities. Yeah. I remember it all now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then I had to save them because they were locked in a cage. Yeah, and I used my werewolf strength. Yeah, I did. And then chop somebody in half. I've never done that before. And literally chop them in half. Yeah, I know. Don't listen to me. I don't like it.
Couple cavities. How many? 17.
17 cavities, right? 17? Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, it was played just for jokes. I did it.
Do we know right?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daria. My question was more for Chad. I'm here with my partner who's also from Fiala. I don't know if that's accurate, so my question for you was, what is your favorite ride at the dog fair? And for Samantha and DJ Qualls, what is your favorite roller coaster ride that you've been on?
Favorite roller coaster ride? Is that what the thing is? Yes. By the way, the acoustics in this room for us are terrible.
So, you're from Pure. Is that?
My partner is, but we're both from Washington.
Oh, okay. Well, hi. Yes, I am from Washington, and I was born in a place called Puyallup. Who here knows Puyallup? Wow, more than I would think. If you know Puyallup, you also know that they have the best fair in the world. It really is. The Stones, forget about it. Stop it right now. What?
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So favorite ride, I would say in general, I loved roller coasters growing up, not so much anymore. I don't want to do it. I went to Six Flags like a month ago.
We were just talking about this last night.
Yeah, 2 rides. I paid for the pass and everything, 2 rides. And I'm like, I don't know what
It's so weird that you brought this up. We were just talking about this last
I think
night.
I'm done.
This just happened to me recently, like just last 2 months ago.
That you're, okay, so.
I'm upset about it.
Yes.
You're here and you can no longer do it. And it's like mean.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as That? Here.
And both are so heartbreaking, y'all. Just wait. You just wait. I see young people doing dumb shit. I'm just like, I'm so patient. I'm like, it's coming for you. Yeah, exactly. But this just happened to me 2 months ago. So I have a season pass at Universal Studios Hollywood because it's in my neighborhood, right? And so the price of going twice is the whole year. So you just pay for it. So I drove over there, and you know, when traffic was bad, I just pull in right or like we walk 3 miles if you just want to get out of the house. And I was on the Simpsons ride, and I got off of it, and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then I went. Then the last time I went back, all I could do was without getting sick, was watch the Waterworld show, which is terrible. I made me feel 175 years old. But it's awful.
Spinning used to be my favorite thing. I go for teacups all day long. And now I get on there and I'm like,
just hearing you say that makes me want to.
and I'm just gonna, you know what? This is the natural emotion with you.
But here's the thing, for me though, it's not the roller coasters I can still do, it's the visual stuff. It's like when there's a bunch of screens moving around, like I guess you can't get your bearings in it. And like that's the thing, Universal is all those rides are just, things really don't move, or they move very few places, but it's just the world moves around you.
It's what's it called? Your equilibrium.
Yeah, so that was what's messed up. Like when I love that drop ride. My favorite ride is the you see the Tower of Terror now, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love it. I rode it 6 times in a row the last time. I love that. That doesn't mess me up. It's when things are moving around me, I get seasick. Dramamine. So I just bought some Dramamine, and that did help. It helped. It allowed me to ride like 4 rides before I started feeling like, you know.
There's a place in Virginia called Busch Gardens.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember my parents took us down there to go do like all the see Washington, and then go see Mount Vernon and all that stuff. And I guess as like to compromise, we got to go to the amusement park. And because our parents wanted us to go see old Williamsburg, and we're like, I want to say it's called the Loch Ness Monster. I don't know. For some reason, there was no line. It was like summer. It was towards the end of the day, and my sister and I couldn't have been more than 10 minutes. We got off and we would sprint back to the empty line and get back on. And we must, I don't know how many times we went on.
What did the ride do?
Oh, everything. It was like loops and corkscrews.
Oh, it's a roller coaster.
Full roller coaster. 11, 12 times we were in the ride. Oh, and we only stopped because she closed the park. And my dad did 2 or 3 times and he's like, and they just let us go. And my mom was like never doing that. So she just stood there and watched us run by and get back on. The thought of doing that now makes me want to like climb up the wall and just like put my coat over my head and just wait for it to
There's a coat right there.
Yeah, I would rather watch myself on the monitor than do that.
The only thing I can do now is the swings.
Oh, no, that's my nightmare. That's my actual nightmare. Oh, no, that's my nightmare. Oh, no, that's awful. Swings versus 2 chords. And it's, at the PNE, that's once a year in Vancouver, I go every year, and the swings is the swings that go all the way to the top, the highest point of the bar, and oh my god, no, it's the shit of nightmares. But your ball's fine because you're not gonna, it's just like that. You will go way the hell out. You will know for a long time that it's not going to be able to go. This will just be like lights out.
Really, you touched a nerve with rides.
The mayonnaise and the swing. And Halloween is third.
We love you guys. Thank you.